Uh-oh, uh-oh. All single ladies, put your hands up in the club. Why is that song stuck in my head? If me and my gang pull up, yeah, you better get around and be on your ass. Anyway, okay, focus. Hydrate yourself. Ready to go. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. That was such a weird change in energy. I hope you're all doing very well. I know this is a little bit of a different format to usual, but I wanted to do a video walking you through the basics on LinkedIn, so I thought I don't really need to do like a full-on intro. And that's a lie. Like, the real truth to that is because it's 7:30 p.m. on a Friday. I need to upload this before midnight because I've got my one video at least a week rule. If not, there's a forfeit. And the Wi-Fi is so slow here that for every single YouTube video, past like 15 minutes, around 15-minute video, takes 3 to 4 hours to upload and process. Whereas I uploaded it at my friend's house and it literally took 15 minutes on her Wi-Fi. So I'm also a bit panicky that I'm not going to get it done in time. So that's the real reason. I can't even lie. I can't even lie anywhere. So that's a real reason. Anyway, today's video is going to be LinkedIn for beginners, the basics that you need to know. So I'm going to talk you through 3 main points. Those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Natasha Vilaseca. I am a LinkedIn consultant. So on this channel, I speak about everything from LinkedIn lead generation, entrepreneurship, selling, mindset, like a bunch of different topics. So if you're looking to learn about any of those things, then make sure that you subscribe. I really appreciate it. And also, if this video is helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it lets me know that you enjoyed it and it also helps my video reach more and more people. So that's out the way, the little self-promo part. What I want to go into first is the homepage. So how do you actually navigate the homepage? What features do you have accessible to you? So homepage here, you've got an option to sort your posts, and everything that you see on this main feed is people that you follow. Now, when you connect with somebody, you automatically follow them. So if you don't want to see their posts come up on your main feed, you have to go to their profile and unfollow them. You can also manage it through my network if you do this. Let me just show you that as well quickly. But I've planned for this to be like a 10-minute video. Let's see if that happens. And ignore that number of actual anxiety because I need to go through these requests. So people you follow, click on that, and then it shows you everybody. So I could go from here and I could go and unfollow people directly, or go to the individual person's page. So if, for example, you're on the main feed and you have somebody come up and you're like, I don't want to follow them, then you can unfollow them from here as well. So that's how you do it. Now, filter by top or recent. So top is most engaged with. Recent is by obviously how recent the post is. So 2 hours, then we're going to have 2 hours, 4 minutes. Then you've always got that ads in between as well. So that's recency. Then you've got top posts. I switch between them. I don't really toggle with that too much, but I'm going to be clearing through all the people that I follow soon, just so that the only posts I have come up on my feed are those of accounts that I want to engage with. So either direct accounts that I'm just interested in following, like industry insights, stuff like that. They're posting interesting stuff, or their audience is filled with my ideal prospects. So I can go and leave comments and get on the radar of their followers, which is actually a really good technique. It doesn't have to be direct competition, but just if, for example, it's somebody who speaks about sales or lead generation, I know that my niche is LinkedIn lead generation. So if I'm leaving engaging, thoughtful comments on that person's posts, most likely the people that follow them and are connected to them are going to find me interesting and then come and follow me and connect with me. So that's kind of how I do it. So that's homepage. Now we've got my network at the top, and this you can split it. So you're going to see all of your invitations. If you want to view all of them, you just click see all, and then you'll see all of them here. Whoops. You can see how slow it is. I don't know if you can see that lag. So my network, 20 seconds later. And then you can see on the left-hand side, connections, teammates, if you've got other people that connect to the account, contacts, people that you follow, different groups you're a member of, any events that you've been invited to or that you've said you are attending, pages, newsletters, hashtags as well. And you can obviously go and edit all of this. A lot of this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but feel free to leave your questions down below in the comments, or any video requests if you want me to maybe do small videos, like just focusing on certain parts of this in more depth, then I can, of course, do that as well. So that's my network. Then you've got jobs. If you're searching for a job, this is what you would use. I've actually got a video on my channel which is LinkedIn for students, people that want to get found by recruiters, which talks through how you use this. So check that out if this is like what you're interested in, what you're looking to use LinkedIn for. Then we have messaging. So okay, that's good. I need to respond to that. Okay, so this is where you've got obviously everybody who's speaking to you. Yeah, so you've got everybody that's speaking to you on here, and then you've got notifications. So over here it's going to show you everything that is involving you. So any engagement, people that are mentioning you in posts, people that are like tagging you in posts, people that are sharing your content, people that viewed your profile, like literally everything up here. You can also customize the types of notifications that you can get, that you receive. So you can delete them, you can mute. So this particular piece of content, I could mute it. I could unfollow Natasha, which I'm not going to, but I could unfollow her if I didn't want to see her updates. And then if I don't like posts, notifications like this, that say, okay, these people have reacted to this other person's post that mentions you, I can turn off those notifications completely as well. So that's how that works. And then that's point number one. Point number two is how to alter your profile and LinkedIn account settings. So what we want to do for that is click on your little me icon, go on to settings and privacy, and then you've got everything from account preferences, sign-in and security, visibility, communications, data privacy, and advertising data. This is going to be different for everybody. What are the main ones that I do is visibility of me on LinkedIn to other members. So I can like edit what people see about me, for example, here. That's going to take you straight through to your profile, which we won't cover yet. And then we've got site preferences, so language, content language, autoplay. Okay, this. People also viewed. Okay, so I would switch this off. People also viewed is if you go onto somebody's LinkedIn profile and it has a thing on the right hand side which says people also viewed, LinkedIn will suggest accounts that have similar attributes to the person's profile that you're currently on. A lot of the time they might be direct competitors. So I always have this switched off because I don't want LinkedIn to suggest a bunch of other like LinkedIn consultants, because I'm like, pick me. So yeah, switch that off. Unfollowed, we don't really need that. If you want to manage your subscriptions, you can here. Purchase history. Okay, awesome. Let's go on to sign in and security. Password, all of that stuff is here. Visibility. So profile viewing options. You can go stealth mode. So if you want to do some stalking, obviously like not in a creepy way, like if, I don't know, how do I rephrase that? I'm going to leave that like that. Okay, so if you don't want people to know that you're viewing their profile, you can go on to anonymous LinkedIn member, and you can do that here. I have it open because I want people to see that I'm seeing their profile and to reach out to me. Like if I'm looking at clients and stuff, it's just another touch point. So I don't mind having that here. And then we've got story viewing options, same for viewing like visible or private mode. How your public profile appears to non-logged in members via search. This is important as well. I want it to be switched on. So if you look down here, so on public to everybody, because a lot of people might not be logged into LinkedIn or they might not have an account, but if they do a Google search for a LinkedIn consultant, hopefully I come up. If I have this switched on to LinkedIn members or just to my network or just to my first degree connections, I'm basically cutting off a bunch of SEO exposure. Like if somebody is searching on a search engine and they don't have an account or they're not logged in, they're not going to see me. I want them to see me everywhere. I want to be omnipresent. So I keep that to public. Then let us return. Okay, you can download your email address. Do I have this switched off? Okay, that's fine. No, yeah, that's good. You can see my connections, only me, because I don't want people to go and connect with my connections if they're trying to like stalk my network and take my clients. So who can see your connections? I mean, it doesn't actually matter that much. I just have it switched to myself in case. Who can see your last name? Profile visibility, that's fine. Manage active status, that's fine too. Communications, don't need to look at this. You can have a look at data privacy, all that stuff, advertising data, X, Y, Z. And yeah, that's how all the settings and privacy works. And then part 3, what time are we on? Are we doing good? I don't know how long it's been. 11 minutes 46. We're doing pretty good. Okay, point number 3 is setting up your profile. Now I have got some videos that go into like much greater depth around how to optimize your profile. So I'm not doing that today. What I'm going to do is go through the basics of how you can add different segments and what you need to fill out. I always throw this one in. Vanity URL. Claim your vanity URL. That is basically removing any combinations of random numbers and letters at the end of your URL. It's how I'm pointing, but you don't know where I'm pointing. And it's here. I'm pointing here. All you need to do to edit that is edit public profile and URL. Click the little edit pencil up here and then change this. Don't edit it too many times because it'll start limiting you, like it'll block you. Ow, did you hear that crack? Ow. Oh my God, okay, it's fine, we're good. Breathe and carry on. Yeah, so that's where you can edit your name, save it, just don't do it too many times. Claim that URL. Then we've got banner. Make sure you've got a banner, make sure you've got your profile photo, make sure you fill out your headline. Just update your contact information as well. Contact info, your profile, websites, any webinars, landing pages, business emails, like everything here. And then if you want to add a profile section, you literally click on add profile section and you can add it. So some people still don't have the featured section added. It used to be the about section, then it would just have media like built into the same section. Now they've separated it out. So the about section is by itself and then featured is the section below that where you can upload links and previews. Like you can even pin your own posts from LinkedIn to here. And that's, so if you want to add any profile section from the featured section to your background for like volunteer experience, certificates, all that stuff, skills, accomplishments. Do I have any accomplishments? You know when you like feel like you've accomplished a lot but you don't actually have a certificate? Like I want a certificate for something because it'll make me feel like it's real. Irrelevant. Featured, and then we've got activity. So that'll be content, everything that I engage with, things I post is all here. Experience, so your work experience. Skills and endorsements, so you've literally got 50 that you can add, up to 50 here. Breadcrumbs that lead potential clients to you. Think of all the keywords, the key phrases that people search where you want to be a result in that search. Recommendations, I recommend getting at least 5 to 10 if you can. Reach out to like previous clients, current clients. I would stay away from doing it with teammates and stuff just because it looks very obvious. I think it's much better and like the social proof is more valid if you don't get it just off friends and stuff. Like get it from people that you've actually helped and they have genuine like good things to say about you, then ask for recommendations from them. Accomplishments and then interests, and then that's everything. So you just want to make sure that you fill out everything because LinkedIn will rank your profile naturally lower down in search results if you don't have all of the sections complete. So even if it's not fully optimized, just fill out everything, just so your profile's filled out, and then you can start optimizing it and perfecting it and editing it over time. And so don't panic. So yeah, they're the 3 different points I wanted to mention. We are at 15 minutes, 25 seconds. I'm pretty proud of myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very to the point, I think, but also I might have randomly gone off a couple tangents now and again. But you know what? I'm not going to restrict my personality, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Let me know your requests down in the comments and just any feedback that you have. I hope you're all doing well. I hope no one's going too crazy at home. I'm going a little bit crazy. I've started speaking to myself, which I don't know if that's a healthy sign or if it's, maybe it is, I'm not sure. But that's fine. That's fine too. Remember to speak to friends and interact with human beings in your bubble if that's an option for you. So, gonna stop talking now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.